Hello, welcome to the podcast.
Wait, what do I say?
Say hello.
Oh, wait.
I'm Michael Burley,
I'm Jason Florentine.
and we're the podcast. Okay, today we're going to be talking about migration
In the 1920s.
in the 1920s. Yeah. All right. Jason, can you tell me a little about migration? Like, perhaps who was migrating?
All right. So we've got African Americans. Between 1916 and 1970, there was a significant movement of African Americans from the rural South to northern cities,
Okay.
such as Chicago and New York,
Okay.
seeking better economic opportunities, escaping racial segregation, and hoping for improved living conditions.
That's dope, dude.
All
All right, let me tell you a little something about our next type of people. Jason, who's the next type of people?
I believe that let's test farmers.
All right, let me tell you something a little about farmers and cowboys. All right, the agricultural sector faced challenges during the 1920s, including failing crop prices and debt. Some farmers also moved from rural areas to urban centers, hoping to find better job opportunities and escape economic hardships. All right, on to our next type of people.
MJ, would you be willing to tell me
Women.
what this one said? Women? All right.
Women.
During this period, women were attempting to change societal norms. The changing of societal norms led to internal migration of women from rural to urban areas, driven by opportunities for employment and a desire for greater independence in urban settings.
I like that.
And I believe we have one
I like that.
more type of people that were migrating during this time period.
Workers in general, industrial specifically. Workers of the industrial sort. So, let me tell you a little something about industrial workers. The growth of industries, especially in urban centers, attracted a significant number of internal migrants. People moved to cities such as Chicago, New York, and Detroit in search of employment in factories and other industrial sectors. Let me tell you a little something about Detroit during the 1920s. That is where cars were being manufactured. That is why people wanted to move to Detroit, because there was a lot of jobs in automobiles with the new introduction of brands like Ford and other brands like Ford and maybe Chevy and Dodge, some American automobiles.
Now, before we move on, we'd like to talk about
White Castle.
they are is based in Wichita, Kansas.
Okay, well, good folks. Pull up a chair and lend us your ears, because we gotta scoop on something downright delicious. Say goodbye to the same old humdrum meals and hello to the taste of revolution happening at White Castle, the home of the original slider.
That's right, partner. Imagine sticking your teeth into perfectly grilled square-shaped patties, cozying it with steamy onions, all snug in a soft bun. It's not just a meal; it's a flavor fiesta.
Yeah.
And the best part, it won't cost you a pretty penny.
Matter of fact, it's 5 cents per slider. White Castle isn't just a joint, it's an experience. The vibe is downright elegant, and the service, faster than a fox in a hen house. They're flipping those sliders on the grill faster than you can say cat's pajamas.
And don't forget, they're open until the moon hangs high.
Yeah.
Whether you're burning the midnight oil or catching the early bird, White Castle's got your back. So round up your pals, your special someone, or just your appetite, and make a beeline for White Castle, where every bite's a delight.
Swing by your nearest White Castle, folks, and savor a slice of good life. White Castle, serving up joy since the roaring 20s.
Back to our topic of migration. MJ, would you like to start us off here?
Let me tell you something about the pros and the cons of migration. All right. Number one, the cultural exchange. This was very big as when people from all over the nation migrated to one place, the culture came together. Migration within the country fosters cultural exchange as people from diverse backgrounds move and settle in different regions, contributing to a more enriched and diverse national culture. Let's do like just a couple,
All right.
because we're already at 5 minutes.
Yeah. Should I just go cons then.
Now do one more pro.
Another pro to the migration was social mobility. Moving regions with better educational and job opportunities that helped facilitate social mobility, allowing individuals and families to improve their socioeconomic status.
Status? Status.
Status.
Oh shoot, the bell's about to ring in a minute. Alright, here's a con. Strain on the infrastructure. Rapid internal migration to certain regions may strain local infrastructure, leading to challenges in housing, transportation, and public services. Alright, do one more.
One more con is the automobile dependency. Sprawling urban areas typically relied heavily on automobile transportation. The decentralized nature of development makes walking and public transit less practical, contributing to increased dependence on private cars.
Can you tell me a little something about that? What did the automobile dependency do? What happened? All right, thank you guys for listening to the podcast where we talked about migration and some policies. Thank you very much. We'll be back at you next week.